Hello everyone, welcome. You must be here because you're trying to study for the tests. I'm going to try to go over this fairly quickly so I can get it posted for you guys to look at. So for this first question, it's criterion B, investigating patterns. And so what you want to do is look at and check to see if it's linear or exponential. And in this case, there's certain words in the question that tells you it is linear. It's constant, this word here, constant, there we go, constant, it's going up by a constant number. That's what signifies that it's linear. And plus bones grow gradually. They don't skip from one link to the next, so we know it is continuous. So therefore the answer for that is linear. And you have to fill in this table. So how do we get to fill in the table here? And the table, to fill it in, you have to find the common difference or the slope. In this case, slope and common difference are the same thing. So you have 2 points here. You have this point, and you have this point here. So we're going to do the slope formula. Remember, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the top one is your x, the bottom one is your y. So you're going to take 63.96 minus 58, 0.32 over 17 minus 14, and that's going to give us, so on your calculator, I suppose you use a calculator here, minus 58, it's clear, you have to retype it twice, 63.96 minus 58.32 gives us 5.64, yes, 5.64, and that's all over 17 minus 4 is 3, divided by 3, we get our R common ratio 1.88, or M is equal to 1.8. R common ratio and slope are the same thing. So that means that it's 1.88 is being added every time to the next femur length. So at 15, to get the femur, the height, the person's height, we would say 58.32 plus 1.88. That gives us 60.02. And then for this one, it would be plus 1.88, 62.08. And this one would be plus 1.88, 63.96. Okay. Then is this, I originally wrote down, okay, yes, linear, and then write two equations to represent the data, and for some reason this converted to very weird conversion here, so you're going to have to bear with me. So equation 1, so what you're going to do is you have the slope, so we say f for equation 1, you can write f of x equals, our slope is 1.88, and it's going to be x minus, and we're going to go over here, right here in this location here, we say minus 14 and then plus 58.32. Okay, minus 14 plus 58.32 0.32. Another equation we can write is f of x is equal to 1.88 x minus, and we're going to use, you can use this one, you can use any of these to write the other equation, 15, 16, 17, or 18. So we're going to use 15, we're going to say minus 15, plus below 15 is 60.2, okay? So that's the other equation. Again, if you multiply the numbers through, like 1.8 times x, 1.8 times 14, and then add 58.32, you're going to get some more reduced form of the equation. And if you do the same thing here, you're going to get the same reduced form, and you'll see that they're exactly the same thing. Right, so which one did you use? Which method did I use to find this equation up here? And the method is point slope. So we have a slope and we have our points. Okay, and that's why it's called point slope. The start point, we can say 14, 58.32. And our slope, sorry, it's down here. Right here. Start point is 14 and 58.32. Of course, if you want to start at 0, then you would have to plug in 0 in there, and then plug in for x in here, the 0. Okay, plug in 0, and then you have to multiply 188 times negative 14, and then add 58.32, and that would be your y point when you do that. And then you get a point, and then you can graph it on that side. Don't forget, when you're graphing, you need to label. Make sure you label the x and y axes. So let's label that. This is going to be the x, the femur. Okay, the femur these are in inches. And then on the y side, it's going to be height, H-E-I-G-H-T, also in inches. Okay, and so if you look at what is the biggest number here that we have is in the 60s. So I'm gonna go by 5 here. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and 85. And then our numbers here is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot. So I'm going to skip all these sections here, right between here. Skip from 0 and go all the way up to 14. So I'm going to start with 14 at about right here. So actually let's start at the end here. Actually you can do that, which is okay. So I shifted everything to the left, and I'm going to start 14 here. Okay, so 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 here. You can go 19 even. So at 14, it's 58.32. So here we go, 55, 60, so 58.32 is about somewhere here. And then at 15, we have 60.2, so 15, 60.2, somewhere here. Okay, and then at 15, and then 16 is 62. 16 is 62, 55, 62. Oh, that's 60, so 15, 60, That's 62. And then 17 is 63. 63, very short here. Somewhere close to here. You know it's a straight line, so you have to make sure the dots that you add will give you a straight line. And 18, 17, 18 is 64, about 64, so about right here. And then 19, 18, I can make a guess, 19 should be somewhere there. But your straight line would be, let's see, do I have a straight line here? I know I have a straight line. Nope, I don't know. So straight line should be, oops, what did I access there? Let's go back. I'll just draw a freehand here, my straight line. Thought I figured that out. Let me stop. Okay, so the graph looks something like this. Very low slope. All right, for this next question, so we have two companies, Company A and Company B, small company, startup company, so made 10,000, and current profit's 10,000. Ignore the year here, and the company, they want to increase their profit by 5,000 each year. Company B starts at 5,000. And they want to increase theirs by 15%. So I changed that 5% to 15%, so that it doesn't take forever to eventually get to where it's a better deal. So for this one, you have to be very, what's the word? Be thoughtful about the two different types of equation. You have linear and exponential. And the linear might be good for a short-term investment, maybe 5 or 7 years, but then after that, the exponential starts to outpace the linear equation. So depending on how you choose your investment, whether you want a long-term investment or a short-term investment, and that's what you have to explain in the explanation. But you do have to show me some equation. So for the first one, you should have your 5,000 each time is your rate, or in this case, your common difference or slope. So we're going to start 5. So you're going to say y, or you can say f of x. I'm just going to say y. 5x, sorry, not 5x, but 5,000x. Okay. So 5,000x plus 10,000. Okay, that's company A. Company B, it's going to be exponential because it's 15%. They want to tack 15% to the 5,000 each year. They want their company to grow by 5% instead of just by a constant 5,000 each year. So in this case, we're going to have, we start at 5,000, okay, and then our, again, you're going to have to say 1 point, or actually 15%, so remember to calculate that, we're going to say it's 1.15, okay? And it's going to be x, or t for time, whatever you want to use there. So we have our two equations here. So I'm going to go on to the next page. So we have to graph that, and I'm going to stop it here and set up the graph. Okay, so let's graph the first one. Let's use different colors for them. Let's highlight blue for this first one, so we'll use blue, and then green, for this company. Okay. So our y-intercept right here is at 10,000. Okay, so here's 10,000 right here. Oops, let's say that's blue. So we want to use blue here. That's 10,000. And then the slope is here. That's 5,000 over 1. So we're going to go up 5,000 and over 1 year. Okay. So we're going to go, and each increment's 5,000. So we go up over 1 year. So it'd be about right here. Okay. So it goes up every time, up 5,000 over 1 year. Up 5,000 over 1 year. Okay, so something like that, and then you have your graph. Of course, like that. Okay. All right, so for this, the graph for the exponential for this one, we're gonna plug in 0 for x. So 1.15 to the 0 power is 1. So 1 times that is 5,000. So at 0 is 5,000. So we're going to say 5,000 is about right here. Okay. And then at 1, it's going to be 5,000. So at 1, plug 1 in here. And then that's going to just be 1.15, then times 5,000. So 1.15 times 5,000. That's going to give us 5,750. So very close at 1. Here's 5,000. So it's still kind of about right here at 1. Okay. And let's see if I can increase the size of that. I can't do it. Okay, so at 2, let's see if it stays the same at 2 or fairly close to it. So 1.15 to the second power, and then times 5,000, 5,000. So 6,612. So not increasing very much. Okay. And then I want to see where it jumps. Let's try a bigger number. Let's try 6. See what it does at 6. So if we do 1.15 to the 6th power, then multiply that times 5,000, you get 11,565. So that's 6. It is 11. So 10. Here it starts to creep up a little bit right about here. And let's see what happens at 8. So if we took 1.15 to the 8th power, and then multiply that times 5,000. Oops, clear, I have to do it again. 1.15 to the 8th power times 5,000. We get 15. So at 8 is about 15. 1529, so about right here. Okay. So it probably looks something like this, and it probably starts to jump a little somewhere, like I'm assuming like that. Somewhere in the 20, let's try 20, I'm just curious, or even 10, let's see how much it jumps at 10. 1.15 e to the 10th, and then times So that jumps it up to 20,000. So not much at 10, still at 20, somewhere right here, I would say. Okay, so that's what the graph looks like, and I'm not sure when it'll surpass, but based on this, you would say as long as you stay under a certain year, let's say, I would predict that, let's try 20 years. I bet 20 years would do it. So in your, which company would you invest in? So you would say something like, I would invest in company A if I'm doing short term, maybe 10 years, because profit for company A is still greater than company B. And if I'm planning to do like 20 or more years, I'm guessing company B would be a better deal. But as you write these information down, make sure you write numbers to show how it's a better deal. So you're going to have to check to see when that is a better deal. There's two ways to do it. You can set the two equations equal to each other. But yeah, don't worry about that. Just in general, I just want to hear you say that short-term deal, the company A is better, and then the long-term deal, maybe greater than 20 years, will be better because the exponential will surpass the linear one. Right, for the criterion A, knowing and understanding, this is going to be on a computer part. You'll do this on computer, and you'll do criterion A, or not A, but B and D on paper. All right, let's do this. This should be quick, this one here. To find the slope or average rate of change, you just do -5 minus -3 is +3 over -4 minus 2. Okay, so -5 plus 3 is -2, and -4 minus 2 is -6. And that's going to give us 1 over 3. It's positive. 2 negatives divided by a negative is positive, so 1/3. Then write an equation given a point. We're going to use, we have a point and a slope, so use point slope formula. So you can say f of x or y, doesn't matter, equals to our slope's 4, and x is -2, and then we say +3. This is, again, is point slope. And for this one, it's y equals mx plus b, and this is slope intercept formula that you want to use. So let's do the y, and we have our slope. Our slope is 1.4 x, and then -3 is our y-intercept. And remember, y equals mx plus b is your slope intercept form. This is the slope, this is the y-intercept. That's where it hits the y line on the y-axis on the graph. What is the average rate of change for f of 2 equals 4? And so this is 2 points. You would say 2, 4, and 6, 6. So 6 minus 4 over 6 minus 2. So this would be 2, 4, so it would be 1/2. So your slope's 1/2. Given 2 points, find the equation of a line. So you want to find slope first. So 3 minus 5 over 6 minus 2. And you would get -2 over 4. So you're going to get -1/2 as your slope. But that's not the equation, so you would do you're going to use point slope, so y equals negative 1/2 x. I'm going to pick this one, x minus 2, that point, plus 5 from here, okay? That's your equation. Tree grows in 2 inches a year, that's your slope. The tree is 3 inches tall. 4 years later, the plant is 11 inches. So we use point slope again. Y equals 2. And 4 years gives us 11 inches. So that's a point for 11. And so we have x minus 4 plus 11. Okay, this is the equal sign. And what is the start point of the slope from the following equation? The start point, or the point that we plug in 2, would be 3, 4. Okay, 3 right here, and 4. Notice it's not minus 3, because when we put it in, we say minus 3. Okay. Dairy King made 5,000 in their first year. The plan to increase the amount by 7% each year. Write an equation and fill in the table below the amount made for each of those years. So it's 5. 5,000, and then our thing is 1.07. Okay, 107 is 1.07. And that's x. So I'm going to write the table here at 0. It's 5,000. At 1, it is, so you have to type in your calculator at 1. At 1 is, take 5,000 times 1.07, 5350. 5350, no decimal point here, it's 5350. At 2, times 1.07. At 2, it's 5724.5. At 3, times 1.07 is 6125.2. And then at 4, it is times 1.07. It's 6553.9 approximately. There are other decimal behind it, but that's it. And that is it for the review, practice tests, answers. Hopefully, if you have any questions, just come early in the morning and talk to me, and we'll see what we can, or what I can do, or to help you out. All right, take care and have a good night.